Everyone, welcome to a Frog's Fairy card. And we got Lusgunnna this time round, and her name basically means frog, if I remember correctly. Obviously she's got a frog-like nature. Look at those feet. So she deals in the realm of dreams, water, music, outer and inner exploration. And really, when you're working with this card, there's going to be a lot of water in your life. There's going to be a lot of dreams, intuition, emotion, all that kind of stuff is going to come in more than you typically think. Well, at least typically more than for me. If you're an extremely watery person, that could be like feeling like flooding, really, when it comes down to it. There's a lot that deals with water with her. And she's really there, like, how can you, it's not so much like Tabira of the Waters or Iris of the Rainbow. Tabira is, very much a healing card. Iris is very much a storm's over, we're moving forward again. She's more of an inner, it's like, take a look around and see what's there for you. What's going on in your world, inside you, and also outside. What have you been like, oh, I should go visit this museum, this park, whatever, in your area. And granted, this is 2021. We're still dealing, at this point, we're still dealing with the pandemic. So going out, you gotta be safe about it. But what are those areas that you're like, I should go explore? Outside of you and also internally. What are the things you're like, oh, I should do this, but you've never quite got around to? Like, say, whatever, if you want to learn something or start a new hobby. There's a lot of exploration that comes in with this chick. And she's really encouraging you to do that. Along with paying attention to just what's going on. There's some presence and awareness going on with this card too. Because in order to explore, you got to be aware of things, of what's going on in your life, what you're doing, all that kind of stuff. So if you're not aware of that, that's when you kind of start getting into what happens when she's reversed. And this is the deck that I do use reversals on, because the message does change. Now, if you get a reading from me, and I really don't use this deck a lot for clients anymore. I have a couple who have a very strong affinity with this deck in fairies. I'm not going to tell you, so you won't know. Good chance, though, I will bring up that if she's upside down, she's contradicted, as I like to call it. You're going to be bored, tired, snappy, kind of stuck in the mud, not having any fun. And, it's like, you're going to be like, yeah, it's the same old, whatever. And you're going to be kind of wallowing in it when she's not functioning well in your life. You'd be like, yeah, I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. You're in a routine that's so routine that it's not healthy. Everyone has routines. Routines are good. Routines help us function. If I didn't have a routine, I'd never make it out of the morning. You get up, you turn on the computer, you get the cat, wash the face, do whatever, upload. Hopefully meditate a little with the cat in my lap. Meditation currently looks a lot more like holding a cat. That's a routine. It's not a stuck in the rut. The stuck in the rut energy is when you're like, this is how my day goes, and I can't vary it. This is what I do, and I can't vary it. I can't move out of this. And a lot of times when you're stuck in the mud like that, you're also complaining about it. And that's kind of like, so the way you get out of that is bringing that exploration energy and work with that. See how far you can take it out of that routine, out of that comfort zone that is really easy to fall into at times. And get out, do something. Go take a walk in your yard. It's like if you're saying, I'm going to go for more walks, and you don't, well, and Lusgunnna's showing up, maybe you should start doing that. I find too, a lot of times she shows up when change is happening. You need to move out of things, or you need to see that there's some change happening in your life and work into that. There's been times where she's come up so much, and I had times too. I'm not sure on that one actually, but usually those are times where I know I need to make some kind of movement, some kind of change, explore something, and when I don't, I feel kind of like not good, not happy. It's like it's that kind of stuck in the mud energy, but you're feeling like, how to explain it? A little angry about the rut you're in, and dissatisfied. That's the word. Dissatisfaction with how things are functioning with your life. And you're like, I just don't really like how this is going, and I don't like doing this. And so like last year, social media felt like that. A lot of social media just felt like, ugh. It was heavy. Didn't feel like doing it very much. I didn't want it. And it felt kind of like that stuck in the mud, stuck in a rut feeling. And a lot of what I had to do was explore my inner ideas about where I wanted to go, what platforms I wanted to be on, and how this is going to show up in my life and in my business. Because, if it's showing up in my business, then it's definitely going to be showing up in my life, because, I have to do it myself. So I had to go on this kind of inner exploration and really think about who I wanted to be on, what platforms, what's speaking to me. And so that's one way Lusgunnna showed up last year for me, was in the exploration of how do I show up on my platforms, and which platforms. And how do I do that and not feel like I'm stuck in the mud? So sometimes it is very internal, and other times it's like this little kick out of the nest, like, boom, go out there, go out to the world and see what's happening. So that's Lusgunnna. And I know I always massacre these names. They forgive me. Brilliant card to work with. When she's coming to my life, she's kind of one of the nicer, easier, gentler creatures to work with. Some of them will be like, hey, bam, you didn't pay attention to me the last 3 times, so here's a bit of bonk on the brain pan to get you where we need you to be. She's not going to do that to you. She's going to be like, here, just come on, keep going, keep going. She'll give you little prods. Other cards that support her will also start showing up around her.